Well, a pleasant good afternoon and welcome to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey, where today, Hunterdon Warren Sussex Tournament first round boys soccer action between the Pope John Lions and the South Hunterdon Eagles. Hello, everyone. Mike Formisano here, calling today's match as the Pope John Lions 5-4 in the season, just coming off a heartbreaking senior night performance yesterday. Great game against the Newton Braves. Unfortunately for Pope John, they fell by a score of 5-4. Pope John coming back in that match after being 3-1 down, scored 3 goals to start the second half, but Newton responded with 2 of their own in the middle section of the second half and held off the Lions' furious rush at the end of the match. And so 5-4, your score of yesterday's game. But that was yesterday. Now today, first round, Hunterdon Warren Sussex action as the Pope John Lions, the 11th seed, in a first round matchup at home against the 18th ranked South Hunterdon Eagles. South Hunterdon 2-8 on the season, and they come into Pope John today looking to turn the upset. If you're in the Pope John area and you want to take in the girls' soccer match, they are taking on the Warren Hills Blue Streaks right now. That's also an 11-18 matchup, Pope John the 11, and they are on the upper field. That match started at 3:45 p.m. And again, my apologies to the girls' team. It was a coin flip, and the boys won. So that's why we're here going ahead and covering it today. We got the boys match on the lower field right here at Pope John High School against South Hunterdon. So first round action, and let's go over the rosters for you. We start with South Hunterdon. Number 1 is Dylan Romberger. Number 2, Joe Capobianco. Number 3, Will Merzensky. Number 7, Ali Haran. 9 is Jefferson George. 11, Anthony Torres. 12 is Valor Bott. 13, Daniel Merzensky. Number 14, Tyler Romberger. 15 is Trevor Sinkus. 17, Jackson Ruff. Number 18, Landon Katz. Number 20, James Sanchez. 22, Kyle Milligan. 23, Alex De Leon. 24, Parker Squaresha. And then the goalkeepers, we got one down here, no, 00. It's Connor Keys, and that is listed as a senior goalkeeper. We also have goalies Cameron Barlow and Khalif Troutman. So we'll take a look and see if we can find out exactly who the goalkeeper will be for South Huntington. As you see right now, kicking toward the net is 00, so I would say that's Connor Keys. It's tough to tell with the goalkeepers as they wear different jerseys, and the numbers don't necessarily have to be on the uniforms, et cetera, et cetera. So, well, here is the roster for the Pope John Lions. 5-4 on the season. They've been up and down all year. 3 wins, then losses, 2 wins, and then they lost yesterday on senior night. So 5-4, the 11th ranked team in the Hunterdon Warren Sussex first round. We start with number 2, Steve Leonard. Number 3, Graydon Morrow. Number 4, Ethan Poplowski. 5, Santiago Vargas. Number 6, Sergio Carabajo. 7, Christopher Opat. 8, Landon Terrazas. 9, Damian Stawali. Number 10, Nicholas Aceto. Number 11, Emmanuel Vargas. 12, Daniel Burns. 14, Ethan Nowak. 15, Teo Fadillo. 16, Tyler Wright. 17, Sebastian Alvarez. 18, Heath Galant. 20, William Franco. 21, Anthony Patino. 22, Alex Cuello. Number 23, Christopher Sabella. The goalkeepers, number 25, Zach Kesh. Yesterday, Matt Villardo, as a senior, came up to the varsity, played the first half as part of senior night. And then the goalkeeper who's going to start today, I believe, in net, number 1, freshman Matthew Rivera. The principal of the, president of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County is Mr. Daniel O'Keefe. The principal of Pope John High School is Gene Emering. The VP and chaplain is Father John Calabro. The athletic director, Brian McAleer. The athletic trainers, Gerard Graziano and Jordan Martin. And the site manager, Ben Perez. The head coach, as you see walking toward our cameras right now, head coach of the Pope John Lions boys soccer team is Chris Ardea. And the assistant coach is Jared Ottaviano. I'm Mike Formisano. We're here live at the Hunterdon Warren Sussex first round matchup. The 11th seed Pope John Lions taking on the South Hunterdon Eagles. And that's next right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Come on back. Opening kickoff right after this. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Hunterdon Warren Sussex tournament action. The county tournaments are underway. And the girls soccer team up at the upper field right now taking on the Warren Hills Blue Streaks. Any updates that I can get, please feed to me, and I'll be happy to go ahead and let everyone know what's going on up there. Meanwhile, we have the boys tournament here, the 11th seed Pope John Lions boys soccer team against the 18th seeded South Hunterdon Eagles. The referee going ahead and discussing the ground rules for the match for both teams. Hunterdon in blue jerseys with white numbers, blue shorts, and blue socks. Light blue, almost like a sky blue. Whereas the Pope John Lions in dark blue with gold and those beautiful jerseys, the gold and blue stripes across the chest and stomach, and then the gold numbers with blue shorts with a gold stripe down each pant leg, and then the blue socks. And we'll figure out which way each team's going in just a little bit. Give you an update on the schedule coming up because we got to try and fit in all the Hunterdon Warren Sussex action. And I think second round action is going to be moved to Tuesday for at least the soccer teams, and then field hockey and volleyball. We'll figure out what that is as far as Hunterdon Warren Sussex sometime during the weekend, I would think. Now, just to update you on the schedule for the upcoming weekend, a lot going on the channel and also in Pope John High School. 9 a.m. tomorrow, the Pope John Lions freshman football team taking on Del Barton at Del Barton Academy in Morristown. We will be there for that on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Freshman football, 9 a.m., coffee and donut special. And then at noon, the Pope John Lions varsity team will take on Del Barton right here at Pope John High School. Now, that game's going to be picked up on Super Football Conference Network, so don't come to Pope John Lions TV and try and find it. We won't have it, but we'll be here at the game. Then later on in the evening, it'll be under the lights, 6 o'clock p.m., the 11U Junior Lions will take on Edison, followed immediately after at 7:30 with the 13/14U Junior Lions against Edison. So, football all day tomorrow, from the freshmen to the varsity to the junior Lions. And then on Monday, the JV squad will go back to Del Barton to finish out the weekend against the Green Wave. That's at 4:30. Time change for that. So that is your schedule upcoming. Tuesday, I think we're going to have Hunterdon Warren Sussex action one way or another, depending on if the boys and or girls teams win today. And then also with field hockey and volleyball coming up. But we'll let you know as we find out. Again, I am very thankful that you are tuning in to Pope John Lions TV all season long for all the fall sports and supporting us. It has been terrific, and I want to thank you very much. The Pope John Lions, it looks like they're going to be on the left side of the field, the north side of the field, and they will be going left to right on your screen. South Hunterdon is still in the huddle at the sideline. 40-minute halves here in high school soccer.
Anytime, we stop it. Other than that, we keep on going. 10 minutes in the halftime. Okay?
So the clock all set, 40-man set for the first half. Again, if anybody has any updates of the girls' game, please let me know. Also, from senior night yesterday, if anybody has any videos of the senior night festivities, I'd love to post them on the channel. If they're clean with video and audio, please let me know, as we were a little late getting down here. I got down here about 3:40 yesterday. Didn't know they were starting the senior night festivities early. So, because with the girls, they started at 4 o'clock on Monday, and I didn't know they were starting at 3:45 or 3:40 yesterday, so I missed it. So my apologies, but we'll post that on the channel if it's a good video and audio. So, all right, so the Lions are all set up. Your starting line, strikers are going to be Ethan Nowak, number 14, Landon Terrazas, number 8. And it looks to be on the other side, number 17, Sebastian Alvarez. Your midfielders, Nick Casino, number 10, along with number 9, Damian Stowawi. And then in the backfield, you got 5 defenders. You got Chris Sabella, you got Chris Opat, you got Daniel Burns, Emmanuel Vargas, and Teo Fadillo. So Pope John setting up, it looks like right now, a 5-2-3. And then your goalkeeper, Matthew Rivera. So actually, South Hunterdon is wearing a jersey above the blue ones. So they'll be wearing white jerseys with blue numbers, blue shorts, and blue socks. So Good color variation. In goal for South Hunterdon is 00, so that will be Connor Keys. Well, we're all set for first round action of the Hunterdon Warren Sussex tournament. First round between the Pope John Lions and the South Hunterdon Eagles. And here we go as the Eagles will start out on the referee's whistle. Kick goes back to number 11, and that is Anthony Torres. Now back to number 2, being chased by Terrazas. Over to number 9, stolen away, Sebastian Alvarez. In the middle, pass over to Nowak. Ethan Nowak. He's got number 10 on him, and that's one player I don't have on the roster. So we'll just go by numbers for whoever we don't have. Here's Alvarez. Pass over to Fadillo. Teo coming in, the boot, high over the crossbar, through the football posts, and out of bounds. Goal kick for South Hunterdon. And again, the football team bumped from the football field for practice today due to the Hunterdon Warren Sussex tournament. They do it for senior night and for the Hunterdon Warren Sussex graciously. And so the soccer team can turn the football field into a soccer pitch for another day here. Here's number 10 on the side, gives it to 14, Tyler Romberger. Nowak on him. Coming to the goalkeeper, being chased down by Terrazas, but he gets it free. Down to number 10. It's being guarded by Chris Sabella. Along the near side, stolen away by Opat. Taken by Romberger. Tyler Romberger will slow it down. South Hunterdon 2-8 on the season. Pope John 5-4. It's an 11-18 matchup. The winner of this game will get number 6 Phillipsburg. I believe it'll be on Tuesday. That's at Phillipsburg. So if Pope John wins, we cover that game depending on what happens with the girls as well. If we do cover the boys' second round matchup, we will be making the trek to Phillipsburg for that contest. Rivera on the goal kick. Here we go. Kicks it out to Aceto. Push on the play and a free kick for Pope John. We're so glad you're with us here on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Summer will not let go, I'll tell you. Mid-70s, it's beautiful outside. It's dropping down at night, but the days are still really warm here in early October. Here's Opat. Chris Opat moving in. To the center, pass to Aceto, trying to hit Opat, can't get through. Here's Teo. Teo to Nowak. Ethan Nowak down the near side, kicked out of bounds by Romberger. Just underway here at Pope John High School for first round Hunterdon Warren Sussex action between the Pope John Lions and the South Hunterdon Eagles. Here's Burns. Burns on the far side, trying to center. It's cleared out of the way by South Hunterdon. And it goes over the sideline, and Pope John will inbound. There's Daniel Burns. If you didn't get a chance to see yesterday's game against the Newton Braves, do it. We have it posted on the channel. You can go back and watch it later on tonight or this weekend. I'm telling you, it was a great matchup. Newton had taken a 2-0 lead, and then Pope John scored one goal to make it 2-1. Newton scored another to go into halftime, up 3-1. Pass in front. There's Teo trying to boot it home. Pass to Terrazas, just slides past him, out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick for South Hunterdon. Well, at halftime, Pope John regrouped it, and he came out for the second half, scored 3 goals to make it 4-3. And you thought the Lions were on their way, right? Well, Newton turned back around, tied the match, and then Riley Fleming scoring the game winner. No, that was the tying goal. It was Rodriguez. I think it was Ethan Rodriguez with the game winner for Newton. 5-4. That goal coming midway through the second half, and Pope John threw the kitchen sink at Newton, but nothing went down the drain. So Pope John turns back around today, looking to get back in the win column. Shot by number 10 over to 19, goes past him, out of bounds, goal kick. It was actually a pass. So a goal kick for the Pope John Lions. 5 minutes in at Pope John High School. First round, Hunterdon Warren Sussex tournament action. We'll be with the Lions as long as they're in this tournament all the way until at least the finals. Finals would go over to another network, but we would have second, third, and possible semifinal action for you. Here's Nowak. Booted out of the way by Romberger. Turned around by Opat. Comes through. Good kick by Vargas. Now down to Aceto, looking to break free. Nick Aceto. Knocked down. Oh, Opat. No, not Opat. Nowak. Nowak to Aceto. Now to Opat. Chris Opat in the middle of the field. Pass over to Nowak. Ethan Nowak. Centered to Aceto. The shot blocked down by the defense. It was number 6 getting in there for South Hunterdon. Now here's Stowowie. Gives the Teo. Over to Opat. Back to Vargas. Vargas in the fullback spot, and it's intercepted by number 2, Joe Capobianco. South Hunterdon trying to get into the Pope John side of the field. And now they do. Pass up to number 10, racing toward the near corner. Ball goes out of bounds. He can't save it. And Pope John will take over. 33 and change to go. First half. We're just underway at Pope John High School. 0-0 your score. Lions, the 11th seed in this Hunterdon Warren Sussex tournament. And South Hunterdon, the 18th seed. Here's the pass up the field. Taken by Romberger. His counterpart, number 14, right on him, Nowak. He passes it back to the goalkeeper, Keys. Terrazas in on it. Teo looking for the steal. Up in the air. Good slide tackle by Teo, and it's going to go the other way. If this Hunterdon Warren Sussex tournament is anything like what we saw last winter and spring here at Pope John High School and Pope John Lions TV on YouTube, then it should be incredible. The girls basketball team had a great run as the number 1 seed, unfortunately knocked off by Sparta, but they went to the state final after winning the sectional against Immaculate Heart. Here's the shot, goes wide right, out of bounds. Good attempt by Graydon Morrow. So it'll be a goal kick for South Hunterdon. My apologies, that was actually Damian Stowowie. Looking like a 3 down there. It's a 9 in the jersey, so. Teo with the header, right in front of us. Out of bounds, and it'll be South Hunterdon's ball. In the spring, Hunterdon Warren Sussex action. The baseball team had a great first-round matchup. It was actually second round. They got a bye, and they turned back Lenape Valley in their last at-bat, a walk-off base hit to do the honors. And then the lacrosse team winning the Hunterdon Warren Sussex, so did softball. Softball with an incredible semifinal that we brought to you. Rolls in on Keys, and they'll scoop it up. Lady Lions in softball were down to their last strike. And then Grace Ferrua hit a 2-run homer to send the Lions to the final, and then a victory against Hunterdon Central. The boys lacrosse team, they won it all. They defeated Voorhees. Before then, they'd gotten through Sparta. Great matchup here at Pope John High School for that. Knocking off the Spartans 8-6. Came down to the last minute. Travis Heller with an incredible goal. Made it 7-6. Lions added one more, and they won going away 8-6. Then they won the Hunterdon Warren Sussex. A couple of days later, down at Lenape Valley High School against Voorhees. So, if there's any indication, the HWS tournament's a lot of fun. And Pope John does very well in them usually. So, here's Teo. Pass over to Vargas. Vargas will boot it down the field to Stowowie. Damian Stowowie. Over to Opat. Opat racing through, and it's cleared, but he get knocked down. And we're going to have a free kick, I believe, for Pope John. We're 10 minutes in here at Pope John High School. 0-0 your score on the soccer pitch. Turned into a soccer pitch from the football field today. The football field on the blue turf, the football team, I should say, getting ready for Del Barton. Teo with the kick. Just goes wide, right out of bounds. We have a whole day of football for you tomorrow on Pope John Lions TV as well as here at the high school. All the road matchups we'll cover on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Freshmen and then junior Lions. The varsity will be on Super Football Conference Network, but it'll also be here at the high school. And then we'll have JV football on Monday, 4:30 at Del Barton. Here's Nowak. Breaks free for number 10. 10 down the near side. Coming on Sabella. Through Sabella's wickets, and it goes out of bounds. Goal kick for Pope John. Sabella didn't hit it, so right through like croquet. If you're not familiar with what croquet is, go look it up. It's a great game. I used to play it in my backyard when I was a kid. Here's Burns. If you're my age, you'll know what croquet is. Here's Vargas. Pass over to Burns. Now to Opat. Turned back around. Here's number 7, Ali Haran. Stolen by Stowowie. Pass up. Near the far side. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Haran. It will be Pope John throwing. Opat with it. And we have a whistle. We've got a yellow card. And it's going to be against Sebastian Alvarez. So Alvarez will leave the match for right now. We saw a red card in the Morristown game. It was Alvarez involved, but on the receiving end. Player by the name of Frank Serrano for Morristown shoved Alvarez right in front of the referee, and the referee awarded him with a red card. So Morristown had to play the whole second half without a 10th player and goalie. So they just had 10 instead of 11. 9 players on the field and then the goalkeeper. Rivera will take it. He'll roll it on out. There is Sabella. Pass to Opat. Opat looking for the midfield stripe. Boot ahead. You got Aceto down the far side. Aceto looking to break in. He centers it off of South Hunterdon. Did it go out of bounds? That's the question. And they say he did, but last touch by Pope John. So it'll be a goal kick for the South Hunterdon Eagles. The girls' matchup going on right on the upper field right now. If anybody has any updates on that, please let me know. I'd like to go ahead and let the audience know. My apologies to the girls' team. It was a coin flip between who we were going to cover, the boys or girls. So didn't know how else to do it. We got Teo now in the midfield. Teo sends it forward off of the head of number 21. Here's Vargas. And a bump there by number 9 for South Hunterdon on Sabella. Jefferson George. Sabella down the pitch. Terrazas after it, and Keys will intercept. Haran has it. Taken away by Nowak. Ethan Nowak in the middle to Stowowie. Damien Stowowie looking for a shot. Stowowie knocked off by number 5. No name on that, and we're going to get a free kick for Pope John. A couple players on the South Hunterdon roster that don't have numbers. My apologies. So we got a stoppage. We're going to have a penalty shot now. Pope John setting up for the penalty. Here it is. Over the crossbar. Damian Stowowie misses as it sails over the crossbar, and the game remains 0-0. Oh, tough break for Stowowie. He got fouled inside the box, and he got a penalty kick, but the shot went sailing over the crossbar.
Now back in the middle. Now back in the middle.
We continue action here at Pope John High School. 0-0 your score. Here's a pass into Nowak. Goes into the corner. Over the sideline. It'll be South Hunterdon's throw-in. We're 15 minutes in here. 0-0 your score between the 11th-seeded Pope John Lions and the 18th-seeded South Hunterdon Eagles. So Connor Keys will take the goal kick. And he passes it over to number 5. Down the side, out of bounds, Pope John. Here's Burns with the throw-in. Headed back the other way. Lions 5-4 on the year, and South Hunterdon 2-8. Centered in front, and the ball comes back out. Good header. Now number 14, Tyler Romberger. He'll inbound. Number 14 into the game for Pope John with a JV jersey, so not sure exactly who that is. Looks like Quinn Klebitz, but I don't believe that is actually. Maybe, who knows? I have not taken a look at the rosters for JV in a while, so my apologies. So we'll just number for any of the JV players in. Here's Rivera. Goal kick for Pope John. 23-16 to go in this first half. We're 17 minutes down. Pass up. Here's Vargas. Taken away. Number 2, Capobianco. Over to number 10 for South Hunterdon. The cross into the middle. The boot knocked down by Opat. Over to number 10 for the Eagles. Pass in. Comes back to Opat. Opat. Good header by number 5. Now Haran to number 10 for South Hunterdon. Nowak on him. Stop there. The boot in. Vargas clears. Goes toward the sideline in the South Hunterdon bench area. Back out of bounds. It'll be a Pope John throw-in. Daniel Burns will do the honors. "22 minutes remaining, first half, between the Pope John Lions and the South Hunterdon Eagles. Number 14 will clear it out toward the sideline. It's going to go to Terrazas. Landon Terrazas centers to Nowak, the header. Just missed on the right side. Good attempt by Ethan Nowak. It'll be a goal kick for South Hunterdon. Here's the boot down the field. Teo. Get it over to Opat. Now to Stowowie. Back to Teo. The midfield stripe. Now to Vargas. Give it over to Sabella. Now to number 10 for South Hunterdon. Nowak with the steal. but briefly as it goes right back to South Hunterdon. And number 10 out of bounds. So here's Teo down the near sideline, trying to spring Terrazas. Over to Stowowie, back to Teo. Teo in front. Intercepted by the fullback for South Hunterdon, number 6. Cleared out. In the air. Number 19 for South Hunterdon with it. Play it up. Number 14 for Pope John. Now Opat to Teo. Teo racing in. Right in front. Knocked out of the way. And Terrazas got his body on it. Keeps it pinned down in the South Hunterdon area. Almost a scoring opportunity for Pope John there. Here's Sabella. Gives it over to Vargas. Manny Vargas boots it down the field. Nowak coming in. Nowak. And Keys steps right in front of him. Pope John turning on immense pressure here in this first half, trying to get a goal. Here's Steve Leonard. Teo knocked down. We get a whistle. And it's going to be a free kick for Pope John. Damian Stowowie will set up as Teo's back on his feet. That's good to see. Yeah, the more and more I look at it, the more number 14 does look like Quinn, so. So here is Vargas. Boots it in. Saved by Keys. Keys will roll over and secure the ball with 19 minutes to go here in the first half. First round, Hunterdon Warren Sussex action from Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. Mike Formerson along with you on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us as the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Lions. Substitutions in. Sabella out for Ethan Poplowski. And Ethan Nowak will be substituted out for Santiago Vargas. Here's Teo. A throw-in to Terrazas. Stopped by Stowowie. Daniel Burns on the far side. Terrazas after it landed. Terrazas in. The shot. Saved by Keys. He kicked at it. And is able to clear it out back into Pope John territory. Wow, what a save by Connor Keys. Now Poplowski down the side. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Pope John's throw-in. Teo. Back to Poplowski. Gives it over to Manny Vargas. Vargas. Pass in to Stowowie. Now Teo. Boots to the head. There's Steve Leonard giving chase. And cleared out by number 3, Will Merzensky. Good slide tackle by Manny Vargas. Slows it up so when South Hunterdon boots it down the field, Rivera has a clear path for it. Nice defensive play by Manny Vargas there. Big boot down the field. Clement's in there, along with Stowowie. Now Opat, Teo. Moving in the center of the field. The kick to the far side. Handled by Burns. Daniel Burns. Pass into Stowowie. Damian Stowowie. Looking for Santiago Vargas. Vargas gets a shove in the back by number 10. And that will set up a free kick for Pope John. 16 and a half to go, first half. Pope John Lions and the South Hunterdon Eagles. First round, Hunterdon Warren Sussex tournament action from Pope John High School. Terrazas sets up just outside the box. On the referee's whistle. Here we go. Terrazas with the boot. Keys gets a right hand on it and makes the save. Well, Pope John's been pressuring all throughout this first half. Nothing to show for it as of yet. Here's Burns slowing it up. down the far side. Now Opat. Goes over to Vargas. Trying to spring Clements. Clements in. The shot. Just wide right. Past Connor Keys. Oh, close opportunity for Quinn Clements in the number 14 JV jersey. Pope John has had their chances in these first 25 minutes. 15-15 to go. Here's Keys with the boot. Well, I'll just kick it over to a defenseman. Now, number 2 with it. Stopped by Stowowie. Whistle on the play. Anthony Torres tried to turn the corner there. Instead, called for the infraction. Teo will set it up on the free kick. Less than 15 to go here in the first half. 0-0 your score. Teo to the net. Keys will boot it down. And he will secure it. Rolls it out to number 10. Vargas on him. Now the pass to Clements. Taken away by number 5. Quinn in there trying to knock it loose. Number 10 for South Hunterdon. Teo with the slide tackle. Nothing doing. Ball still coming down the field. There's Teo over to Poplowski. Ethan turns it around. Up to Opat. Chris Opat. Down the pitch into the near corner. Taras is pressing the issue. Now Santiago Vargas with it. Over to Stowowie. Damian Stowowie to Teo in the middle. Teo with the shot. Saved by Keys. He knocks it to the sideline. Out of bounds. And it'll be South Hunterdon ball. Great shot by Teo. Even better save by Connor Keys. And with 13 and a half to go, we're still scoreless here at Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. Steve Leonard goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for South Hunterdon. Well, the girls' matchup against Warren Hills is going on right now at the upper field here at Pope John High School. If you're in the area in Sparta and you want to take in the girls' game, please head on down. They're on the upper field. And then the football team practicing for Del Barton tomorrow on the blue turf. Well, center stage for a second day in a row for the Pope John boys soccer team. Senior night yesterday, first round HWS action. Here's Vargas racing to the sideline, out of bounds. Steve Leonard will throw it in. Headed the other way. Now Opat. Number 10 with it for South Hunterdon. Racing past Poplowski. Coming in, the shot on goal. Saved by Rivera. Now Rivera with the boot down the field. Just shy of the midfield stripe. Poplowski now getting into one. Aceto and number 8 for Pope John in a JV jersey. I'm not sure of who that is, so my apologies. Goes out of bounds. I figured out 14's Clements, but I'm not sure who number 8 is. So Coach Ardea calling up a couple of the JV players for today's HWS matchup. 11:45 to go here in the first half. 0-0 your score. Out of bounds off Pope John. South Hunterdon will inbound. The Eagles are 2-8 on the year. They don't look 2-8. Pope John 5-4. The Lions the 11 seed. South Hunterdon the 18. The winner of this matchup will go to Phillipsburg for second round action against the number 6 Phillipsburg team.
Switch it.
Teo ahead. Now set up on the sideline. There's Aceto. Nick Aceto coming in. Aceto knocked down in the box. No call, and it rolls out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for South Hunterdon. Plenty of football coming up on the channel, American football, for tomorrow and Monday. Freshman football, 9 a.m., and then Junior Lions football, 11U and 13-14U against Edison. Tomorrow night, under the lights in Edison, New Jersey. We'll be there for that. Here's Poplowski. Monday, 4:30, JV football against Del Barton. And the varsity play tomorrow at noon. That'll be on Super Football Conference Network. Substitution in, Sergio Carabajo onto the pitch.
You got to go to the bench. Got to go to the bench. Come on, you got to go to the bench next time, guys. You know better than that. You're doing how many games?
So here's a whistle. Poplowski with the throw in. Down the near sideline, out of bounds, South Hunterdon. Less than 10 to go here, first half. 0-0 your score. Pope John and South Hunterdon. Ball's in right in front. Carabajo off of his counterpart, number 6, for South Hunterdon. But that does set up a corner kick for Pope John. It's going to be Teo who does the honors. 9:11 to go, first half. Here's the boot. Aceto settles it. The shot. Deflected down. Comes back to Poplowski. Off of the defenseman, number 19. Now Leonard. Over to Teo. Teo looking to break loose. Santiago Vargas. Right near the sideline, knocked out of bounds by number 10, the captain for South Hunterdon. Teo looking to inbound. He gets it in. Aceto rolls past him. He recovers. Aceto with the shot. Just wide right. Good attempt by Nick Aceto. Just missed the post. About a foot wide of the cage. 8:14 remaining first half. We are at Pope John High School for Hunterdon Warren Sussex first round tournament action in boys soccer. It's the South Hunterdon Eagles against the Pope John Lions. Here's the kick by Keys over to the defenseman. Voted back by number 19. Now the kick ahead to number 10. Up the near side. Poplowski on him. The shot. Rivera! What a save, but the goal put home by number 11, Anthony Torres. Rivera made a diving save to his left, but Torres waiting for it on the right post. And South Hunterdon looking to pull the upset today. They lead 1-0 with 7:38 remaining in the first half. Well, I said something yesterday in the broadcast, and I'm hoping it's not true. The Lions put such an effort forward in the early second half to come back into that game against Newton and continued it on through the last 10, 15 minutes against the Braves that you wonder how much gas they have left in the tank. And, you know, they've been dominating here in the first half. They just haven't gotten it through. So I don't really think that's the issue. I'm hoping it's not, for the Lions' sake. But right now, it's South Hunterdon pulling the upset 1-0. The goal by Anthony Torres, number 11. Assist by number 10 for the South Hunterdon Eagles. It's number 2, Joe Capobianco. Gives it off to Tyler Romberger. Stolen by Aceto. Nick Aceto, now you know he can score. 3 goals against Morristown the other game, and 2 yesterday against Newton. Carabajo on the right. Gets a bump. Aceto stops it. Teo in there. Teo Fadillo. Out of bounds. So South Hunterdon with the throw-in. 6:25 to go, first half. Right back to the goalkeeper, Keys. Aceto pressuring. Now, Santiago Vargas on the side. Number 5 will clear it. Stowowie, good pressure by him. Vargas on the near side. I would think it'd behoove Pope John to get the tying goal in this first half. The way they can go into the locker room or on the sideline at half, knowing they're at least tied at 1. Here's Vargas. Manny Vargas down the far side. Centers it. Header out of the way by number 5 for South Hunterdon and cleared all the way down the pitch. Leonard will give it back to Rivera. Rivera will settle it down. Up to Leonard. Leonard to pass to number 8 in the JV. Stolen away by 19. Oh, good steal by Teo. Feeds Carabajo. Sergio, he's got Nick Aceto. Aceto in. Aceto around the goalie. The shot. Goal! Nick Aceto ties the match at 1. We're all level here at Pope John High School as Aceto comes in with the pass from Teo. Dinks the goalkeeper and puts it into the open net. We are deadlocked at 1 with 5:09 remaining in the first half. 1-1, Pope John and South Hunterdon. Aceto had a goal like that against Newton yesterday and was able to replicate it here. The only question was he going to be able to get to it before Connor Keys came out of his net? Sure did. Puts it into the open net as he dekes Keys to the left, goes to the right. Ball in front of us. Out of bounds. Poplowski. Big boot in the air. Into the stands. Substitution in. Number 14, Ethan Nowak back into the game for number 8 in the JV jersey. So, good few minutes for him. Here's Poplowski. Ball toward the sideline, out of bounds again. Remains Pope John's. Now to pass. Pass to Aceto. Carabajo going after it. Out of bounds again. Pope John ball. A goal by Nick Aceto to get this game level. Into the fullback, number 5. Off the head of Terrazas. Here's Manny Vargas. Vargas to Teo. Through the referee's wickets. I'm going to have to break out my croquet set. Mentioned that earlier in the game as it went through Chris Sabella's legs. Now it goes for the referees. Here's Opat. Chris Opat looking to find Santiago Vargas. Over to the sideline. Out of bounds. 3:45 remaining. Poplowski now with it. Pass in. It's going to come right to Keys, who makes the catch in front of Ethan Nowak, who was looking to head that in. 3:30 remaining. 1-1 your score. First round, Hunterdon Warren Sussex tournament action at Pope John High School on Friday, October 3rd, 2025.
Yes, Manny.
Pass up to Nowak. Now to Razas on the far side.
Keep it up.
South Hunterdon looking to pull the upset, but Pope John with better ideas.
Go, Santi.
Santiago Vargas on the near side, around one defense. Centers it to Aceto. Back to Vargas. Santiago to Aceto. Now Carabajo to Aceto again. The shot, save, and it goes wide left and over the back line. It'll be a corner kick, but a great save by Keys off that Aceto shot. So now the Lions looking to go up 2-1 before the half. Here is the corner. Just a short kick to Carabajo. Gives it over. The boot in. Off the head of Aceto, but it goes way wide left. Pope John continuing the pressure. South Hunterdon's goal really coming off a counterattack, so Pope John has had the ball down at this side of the field for the majority of this contest. At this point in time, you're looking at it as a possible war of attrition. Just going ahead and wearing down the opponent. And that's what Pope John's trying to do. Now a counter by number 10 on the near side. This is how they scored their first goal. 10 racing in, centers the shot off the woodwork. And the ball goes wide. Rivera is able to pick it up. Wow, right off the bottom of the crossbar. Or South Hunterdon would have had a 2-1 lead. Rivera with the boot. See, that's where South Hunterdon has made the counterattack their specialty today. 1 goal scored, almost another one. Here's Torres. Trying to catch Pope John napping there. Almost did. Ball goes out of bounds. South Hunterdon with the throw-in with 1:15 to go in the first half.
Behind you.
Now sent down to Carabajo. Stolen away. Capobianco. Now number 3 with it. Pass to 10. 10 stops it there. Poplawski in to defend. Good job by Ethan to cut that off. Now right down the sideline. Number 10 trying the header. Gets past him over the back line. Goal kick for the Lions. 38 seconds to go. First half. We are deadlocked at 1. The goal for South Hunterdon coming off the foot of Anthony Torres. And then Nicosito responding for the Pope John Lions. Aceto, header to Carabajo. Sergio Carabajo back to Aceto. Pass to Vargas. Santiago on the near wing to Carabajo. 10 seconds to go. South Hunterdon elects to clear it down toward the far sideline, out of bounds. 3 seconds remaining. 2, 1. And that is going to be the end of the first half. An exciting first half between the 11 and 18 seeds in this first round matchup. The winner goes on to Phillipsburg next week for second round action, but plenty to decide before then. We're at the half here at Pope John High School, deadlocked at 1 between Pope John and South Hunterdon. We'll fire up a new feed in just a few minutes and come on back after halftime. 1-1 your score between the Pope John Lions and the South Hunterdon Eagles. We will come back with second half action right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.